So welcome on Primavera Institute Forum, and today we are going to study about the basics of delay analysis and construction claims. And the first thing I will clear over here that which people, who are the professional who should go for this course. So all the engineers who are planning engineers, experienced level planning engineers should go for this course, and then construction claim professionals, and then all the claim relevant lawyers can do this course. Okay, so this course is for all those professionals which you can watch right now in front of your screen. So moving on to the next slide, uh, I will just explain a little bit about the course introduction, because right now delay analysis and claims management is the biggest problem in the industry, and therefore you need a proper tools, proper methodology, proper concepts. If you learn all these things in a proper way, in conceptual way, I guess you will be hired in construction industry at higher salary. So that is actually the biggest thing in the construction industry right now. If you learn this course, there are a lot of big benefits over there. So in this course you will learn step by step. First you will go through the overview that what is delay analysis and claims. That's what we are going to study today using Primavera 6. And then there is contract manage overview chapter. You will go through that, what are the contract, what are the clauses which are driving your project. Then you will go through project schedule overview, that when project will be awarded to any service company, any project contractor, then how you have to develop your project schedule. And after that you have to familiar with Primavera 6 logics for this course, how you have to incorporate all the delay events, what are the logics using Primavera 6. And then in the execution phase, if there is some delay happened, then there is contemporary records collection procedure. You have to study all those things in the details over there. And then you will go through investigation of delays, because it is same like you have to investigate, you have to go through all the documentations, all the things as per the site, as per the actual ground level. And then you have to investigate that what kind of delay it is. So that would help you that which party is responsible for that delay. Okay, and then there are delay types. We will go into the detail of that category as well. And then there are delay analysis techniques, methodologies, that which methodology you have to adopt to investigate your delays, to investigate the impact of cost and time. And then EOT and extension of time and money claims. And at the end of this course you will prepare one real-time project delay analysis and claim. Okay, so that's what we are going to study during this course in 3 weeks, coming 3 weeks. Today I'm going to touch the first point, delay analysis and claims overview. Okay, so let's start with delay analysis and claims overview. That first of all, I will just assume one situation, that whenever you need to build one mega product like a building, if it is building project, road project, or it is oil and gas exploration project, or there is some vessel fabrication project. Okay, what you need to do, you did not have yet developed all these things in the start. You have to just hire one consultant. Okay, the client, the project owner will hire one engineer, one consultant or advisor to guide him in more effective or project management standard methodology. Okay, so once that consultant will be hired, that consultant will prepare one feasibility or concept engineering report for that client. Okay, once that feasibility will be done, the other document, feed, front end engineering design or basic engineering document will be compiled. In feasibility, actually you will calculate the benefits. If you are anticipating that that project is going to give you the benefits, then feasibility is done. Then the next document is front end engineering design, in which basic engineering will be conducted, which will involve rough cost estimate, okay, basic design layout. And then the third document is detailed engineering. You will prepare detailed drawings, detailed design of about that product, either it is road, it is building, it is power plant, or it is oil and gas exploration project. Once detailed engineering is done, then you will extract quantities, and then you will prepare engineering estimate. Okay, so that document will serve as for the bidding purposes. And after while you are doing all these things, you also have to develop one contract conditions, that we also are going to discuss these things in details in this course. So at the end, you have to go for the bid to hire some contractor or project developer. So all these things, this consultant or third party is going to help that client to collaborate on like feasibility, feed, detail engineering, extract quantities, and contract conditions, which are usually which will be adopted while the execution of that project. And at the end of this, you will go for the bid and you will hire one contractor. So one by one, this consultant will help, you know, client to hire some contractor, and then contractor will be hired. Now here I will take one real-time example, that let's say we have one city development project. Okay, so how these things will go along with our project management. So just to understand that, I will assume the real situation. So these are the components of this city development project. In this project, you are going to develop road work, you are going to develop stormwater drainage system, water supply network, water supply connection chamber, water supply RCC wall chambers, sewerage collection and disposable system, and then electrification and street lighting works. Okay, and there is general product development cycle. I will go design. Every product which has to be developed, first the design will be developed, and then the procurement. You must aware the procurement. Procurement is the process in which you will identify all the materials which are going to consume during your project execution. So you will follow a certain procedure to get all those material from market to your site. Okay, so that procedure is called procurement. And after procurement, there is one phase, that is construction, in which you have to develop that product. So just understand these three phases to make a more conceptual way towards your delay analysis. Like this way, there is road work. Like for road work, there is road plan and profile. You need road structure, typical cross section. This is the design work. Like this, these are the designing parameters. Just I'm showing you here to support your concept that all these things exist. For design parameters, you need all these things from designer, and on the basis of this design parameters, you will develop one cross-sectional area that will look like this way. Once your drawings, your design will be finalized, what will you do? You will extract the quantities from this design, and then let me check. There is contract. On the basis of this design, you will extract the quantities. While doing all these things on one side, the other side, the consultant will compile the contract. In this contract, all these things will be mentioned, that all the quantities you will extract from that design will be documented in one certain template that would be called BOQ, bill of quantity. Okay, just so there is contract conditions. In those contract conditions, you will be given project scope of work, and then project milestones will be mentioned in that contract. Constraints are also instructed by client, and then project timeline, that how much time you need to you require to complete that project. Then project total budgeted cost, estimated cost will be mentioned there. Then how contractor will get payments, what will be the frequency, after how many days contractor, or after how much progress he will get, and he will get the payment in the shape of IPCs. And then project risk assessment, in case if there is any risk emerge on the course of project timeline, what will be the methodology to handle that risk. And then there are certain terms and conditions which every party, client, consultant, and contractor have to follow to successfully execute that project. And then there is payment method again. So once all these things will be finalized, what you will do? You will go for the bidding procedure. you have to invite all the contractors, all the service companies from the market to do that project in effective way. So that is a complete bidding procedure. But after bidding, what will happen, a lot of contractors will come up with their certain cost, but on the evaluation of every bid, one contractor among all the bidders will be finalized, and that contractor will be awarded with the project. Okay, so that is the template of the BOQ. I'm also going to share with one real-time project BOQ with you guys right now, that there is one column in which item number, a specific reference number is mentioned over here as per project conditions. Then there is a description that what is the work has to be conducted, and then there is a unit in which this work has been is going to be measured. Then there is one unit rate for this work. Then there is total quantity which has been extracted from that design, and then this quantity is going to multiply with the rate and going to give you the amount against each component. And right now I'm going to share with you real-time BOQ. Here I have Central City Development Project BOQ, in which you have major summary of BOQ, in which you have to do road work, stormwater drainage system. Against each component, you can find out that there is certain amount, and further you can find out here all the components are further broken down into smaller components, that what works you need to carry out to complete this head. So you can find out there is a quantity which has been extracted from the plan and profile of the road. There is one unit for that square feet, and the rate for that one unit, and going to multiply with that quantity and rate is going to give you the cost. And then accumulating all these cost, and then you will find 219 millions against road project. All these components belongs to road work, and you can see right now over here 219 millions road works. Okay, so this is BOQ. You will be given this BOQ along with your contract documents, and this is the main and basic thing for your project schedule development. So again, I'm going to get back to that slide. And once bid is done, what will happen? Now you have three parties in the field: client, the project owner; consultant, the project advisor; and the contractor, the project developer. So all these three parties might face some kind of dispute, some kind of conflict. So there would be one contract in the project. So that contract will help all the parties to follow those certain clauses to keep away from the conflict and disputes. That would be called contract. Contract is actually the law of the project. So here you can see that contract is the law of project, where all stakeholders are bound to follow to deliver projects successfully. And then there are certain contract types which will be finalized after deep study of project nature. Project contract will be comprised of certain documents. There are general conditions, particular conditions, and project contract documents. And for again, now you are on the doorstep of project schedule development. Once a contractor will be awarded that project, now after reading all those clauses, contract agreements, all the contract documents, you have to develop one project schedule, and you have to submit that project schedule to the client. There are certain steps, but I'm going to take you the overview of this project schedule journey. So let's start how to develop that project schedule so that you can understand delay analysis and claims management in more effective way. So here I'm going to share with you the realistic development project schedule key points. So first thing, while you are planning your work on any software, work scope, you have to keep this thing in your mind, that your work scope or BOQ, description of works, should be broken down with WBS techniques, where that is called work breakdown structure. That is the project management standard. Okay, that will define your project scope in more effective way. Then no work scope missing out. While you are planning your project work, it should not happen that you miss any activity, because if you will miss one activity, you are not only missing that activity description, but also time required to complete that activity, and cost required to complete that activity will also be missed out, and then you cannot justify overall project timeline and overall project cost. And the third point over here is logical sequence and networking of activities. While planning your project in planning phase, what you need to do, you have to interconnect activities with each other with logical sequence. What does mean by logical sequence? It means by actual sequence. As per the site work sequence, you have to make relationship among activities in planning phase. Okay. And then the fourth point is submittals, like you have designing phase, you have procurement phase, you have construction phase. Once design will be finalized, then it will be go for procurement phase, then procurement if will be finalized, then it will go for the construction phase. So all these activities belonging to different work packages should be synchronized with each other to get the realistic project schedule. There is fifth point over here, procurement synchronization, same like the previous point. And then the critical path must be as per resource availability on actual grounds. This point is very, very important point, because critical path is the time management key point. Your time, project time, is being controlled by the critical path developed during your planning phase. So this course, delay analysis and claims management, also um, um, belongs to critical path as well. So your critical path should be very realistic. How it can be realistic? Whatever your company have resources, you have to go for those resource productivity, and then you have to drive the duration. Okay, it's not like that you will just say that you will complete that activity in 10 days. You must have that much resource capacity to complete that certain activity in 10 days. Okay, so that is very important point while developing your project schedule in planning phase. And sometime in planning phase, we apply crashing and fast tracking techniques to reduce our timeline, but there is certain limit that is called management capability. Okay, sometimes you enhance in crashing and fast tracking. What you will do, you will enhance resource limit and you will reduce the project timeline. But sometime what will happen, you have to just consider your supervisionary role, your management capability. Okay, that is the sixth point. And then you have also taken take all the anticipated risk which can be which can happen along the project execution course. All the risks you should count down on those all risks. And then that is a way. Okay, so after that, from these documents, project developer, once you will keep all these points in your mind in planning phase, and you will develop one project schedule. During this course, we will go into the details of each and everything. Okay, I'm in this lecture, I'm just giving you the overview that how we will go and touch the delay analysis and claims management. Okay, once this project schedule will be developed, you will get the project schedule like this way. Okay, on Primavera 6, because in this course we are going to use the software Primavera 6 while using our delay analysis and construction claims. It's very easy on Primavera 6 because you can do a lot of complex thing in very easy way. You can maintain your records, you can generate multiple baselines, you can generate different slags to show delay and construction claims in more effective way. So moving on to the next slide. So there is critical path, that would be the baseline for your delay analysis and claims. That is most important thing in this course. And then I will let you know that in construction industry, there are three major constraints to follow to deliver projects successfully. There are three trademarks. First, you have to deliver this project on time. If your project has been in contractual values, it is given there that you have to deliver your project in 2 years, then you are bound to deliver that project in 2 years. If you will cross that limit, there would be one penalty. So there is one way to deliver project successfully, and that is on time. There is within the cost. It's not like that you will exceed the project budgeted cost. And then there is scope of work. So these are three major constraints to measure any project successfully delivered or not. And moving on to the next slide, execution phase starts and you mobilize. Once your planning phase is done, you have already submitted your project schedule with your client. Now your execution phase starts and you mobilize your resources on site. Okay, like this way. your resources are on site and you started the work. Now what will happen if some activity is delayed? Let's say you supposed to start some activity as per planning phase on 10th of January. Now that activity is delayed, like it's going to start on 15th of January due to some certain reason. Then if that activity is on critical path, it will have potential to delay project completion date. Okay, you got it? Then what is delay actually? Because we are discussing right now that if there is one activity that is on critical path, if that activity will be delayed, then that can have potential to delay your project timeline. If your project timeline will be delayed, it means your project is not will not be delivered as per the contractual values, because you already crossed the limit, the project time limit. Okay, now how to define delay, because it is the most important thing which will be asked in the interviews. If you are delay analyst or claim specialist, delay can be defined as event occurred along project development course which have potential to extend project completion date as per contract. Okay, you got it? That it is some uncertain event which will exceed your project timeline. Okay, which will extend your project completion date, which that was written in your contract. So any happening across your project timeline which will cause to delay your project timeline as per contract will be called as delay event or delay. Okay, now what will happen? This extension in project timeline will cause to rent out machinery. Now you just think on this. I'll share with you whiteboard and I will explain this parameter, that what will happen. Now first you will need one project to complete in 2 years. This is your contractual timeline. Contractual. Okay, I hope that's fine. 2 years contractual timeline, and now something happened on your project timeline, like flood came, or there is some earthquake, or there is some rainy season, and you are not now capable to deliver that project in 2 years. It will take 2.5 years. Okay, now just tell me that first you have already planned your machinery, your manpower, all the facilities you are utilizing on that certain project were estimated on the basis of 2 years. Now your project timeline is going to enhance like 6 months more than your expected timeline. So now you are going to pay all the extra cost for machinery, for manpower, for material, for all the facilities you you are going to utilize for that project successful delivery for extra time. So who is going to pay that cost? From where that money will come from? So that make a question mark for each party. Either it is a consultant, contractor, or client. So that is all about delay analysis and claims. We have to investigate that who was the responsible for that certain delay and what methodology should be adopted. There are certain delay analysis methodologies you can adopt on certain times as per the FIDIC conditions, as per the particular conditions. So now again, getting back to the slide. So that is the what I have explained on the whiteboard. So that situation will generate that who is going to that money. Okay, there is dispute, there is a conflict. So now what will happen? When project is not being delivered on time, there are cost overruns, as I explained earlier. Then there is demand of skills. There should be one professional who can understand, who can analyze project delay causes, why delay was happened, and then find out who is responsible for delay events from following parties: employer or client, contractor, or the consultant. Okay, one of these parties should be given responsibility, should be accused that they are responsible for that certain delay, and that party will pay the money for that extra time extension. Okay, I'm going to explain this thing like this way. That was your plan. In this you can see there is timeline. Okay, there is 60 days project, and there is contractual completion date for 16 days of this project. In this timeline, you can see there are red color activities, and you have already networked all these activities as per logical sequence of site work, that this activity will be done after this activity will be done, then this activity, and in parallel these are non-critical activities. Okay, this is your plan. Now your execution phase is going to start. What will happen? Your first activity is going to execute like this way. This activity was supposed to deliver on 15th day, but due to some uncertain situation, this activity was extended. It was delivered on 25th day. So what it will impact on the rest of the activities? So rest of activities will also be extended like this way, and then you can see that your contractual completion date will be exceeded, will be crossed, and your new completion date will be like this. And now you can see this project is going to complete in 67 days. So that is actual completion date, and the gap between two completion date will be claimed as delay claim, and delay will be claimed in the terms of time as well as in the terms of money as well. So that's what we are going to do on Primavera 6, to investigate delay and then how to adopt a certain methodology to investigate that delay impact. Okay, and then the major benefit of this course, I'm going to explain a few points about this thing. Delay analyst or construction claim specialist is going to get a professional job in the industry. Either I'm talking about Pakistan industry or about the UAE Gulf countries industry. And then high salary job. Why? Because this is the position where you can find out big claims, big money claims, and after all, you will be paid higher salary if you are if you are capable, if you are conceptual, if you are professionally equipped with all those concepts to deal or to handle with such kind of scenarios, to serve your company, to timely document your delays, to timely claim about your time, to timely claim about your machinery claims. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about, higher salary. Every company is going to give you higher salary. And then interaction with esteemed positions, such kind of delay analysis and construction claims will be discussed with the higher management professionals. So you have opportunity to interact with the esteemed positions, so that will ultimately enhance your exposure as well. And then online working, if you will learn this course, it's not only you are going to work for some company. There is Upwork forum, there is Fiverr forum. You can go and just make your account over there, and online you can work and earn thousands of dollars, because it's highly paid job online. And then deep dive into project management. Once you will learn about delay analysis and construction claims, you will have real concept that what is going in actual ground level. Okay, and I'll just talk about this course more specification, that all these course classes are live online, 4 classes per week, and class duration should be 1 hour, and there is 3 weeks duration for this course, real-time project case study, and then quiz and assignment during this course, and question answers. And there is my profile. My name is Engineer Waqas Ahmed, and I have 10 years of GCC Gulf countries exposure to deal with project management and all these delay analysis and construction claims. And I have previous 4 years consecutive experience about the training of project management on Primavera 6 and delay analysis and construction claims on Primavera 6. And right now I'm also doing job on CPEC projects, and along with that thing, I'm also training multiple professionals in different courses. And if you want also become a delay analyst and construction claim specialist, do not delay, just book your seat and start this course with us. And other courses which are we are going to offer from Primavera Institute is Primavera P6 for EPC projects, Primavera P6 for shutdown, turnaround, outage, oil and gas projects for mechanical petroleum engineers, and then PMP 6th edition, and then presentation skills. That's it for today. Thank you very much.